Christmas is my show Love After Lockup to come back on. I miss my Friday night so I could cook myself something nice and then sit down and judge complete strangers on TV as I feel better about my life as I watch them and their terrible life choices. And it's just been too long and I've been fiending for that fix. It seems like no other shows like get me as excited as Love After Lockup. Matt Sharp really did his big one with this show because the amount of times I've thought about this show when it isn't even on TV right now is insane. But now, we now have a little teaser for the new season of Love During Lockup that will be premiering on January 31st. And we have all new faces except one. We have one returning cast member. So we really didn't get a lot from these teasers. We don't have the cast bios or cast descriptions that explain like the storyline for all the cast members and what we can expect. We really don't know the names of any of these cast members yet outside of like 3 or 4 of them. And so let's just go and get into what they showed us in the teaser, and then we're going to get into what we know. So we have this guy here. I really don't know much about him. All I know is he looks like Wiz Khalifa. He was sitting down in this office with this lady and she was screaming at him as he's crying, and she's telling him he needs to be honest with you. So how I took that is he's dating someone in prison and she's telling him that he needs to be honest. When they said him, I took it as he's dating a guy in prison, but I'm not sure. That's just what I assumed from the little clip I saw. And then we have this girl, and she's living in complete fantasy land. She went and met up with her mom, and they didn't show what she told her mom, but I'm assuming she told her mom she got married to this guy in prison because her mom said, who freaking marries a dude in prison? And she seems so disappointed in her daughter, and her daughter is like what Love After Lockup producers dream of. She wants to get married. Well, it sounds like she's already married, and then she wants to get knocked up as soon as this guy gets out of prison. Like, she just wants to put the pedal to the metal when it comes to making impulsive, rash decisions. Then I'm sure you guys all remember this face here. We have Monique returning. She said, I'm back, bitches. Now y'all can see what I've really been up to. Thank you to our family and friends for keeping our secret. It's been over a year in the making, and I can't wait for y'all to meet my man. And she's still talking about him like they're still together. So it sounds like they're still going strong a year later. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm shocked to see Monique coming back. I thought she was done. Like, I figured the producers would bring her back like for a Where Are They Now segment or something. But I did not think she would date another inmate, especially with how many times she said on lives that she would never date another inmate again after Derek. Like, I could probably make a whole 30-minute, hour-long compilation of all the times that Monique said she would never date another inmate. And here she is once again with another inmate. I'm convinced either one, she's doing this for the show. She probably knew a guy in prison, was like, hey, you know, let's act like we're dating, we can get another season. I mean, she is living and making a living on social media, so doing another season is just going to benefit her and increase her opportunities to get like wig collabs, and she's been making good money off doing that. And maybe she did that, or maybe she just likes to be in relationships with guys in prison because some women think it's easier. They feel like they have more freedom and they can do what they want on a day-to-day basis. It seems like he knows what she looks like because she was video chatting with him, squeezing all up on her titties. And this is one couple that I definitely want to see how things are once he gets out. I hope all the couples on this season, like the inmates, have quick out dates, like where we're going to actually get to see them get out. Because it seemed like at first, like in the earlier seasons, all the couples, like the inmates, would get out, and we'd see that like it would lead up to them getting out most of the time. But it seems like the last few seasons, they had more inmates that didn't even get out for like another year or two, or even years after that. And I'm like, okay, what's the point? Because I want to see these people actually get out. Otherwise, I really don't give a damn. And then we have this woman here, and they really didn't show much with her. She said that she browsed through 500 different inmate profiles before she finally settled on one, and she was sitting down with her daughter, and her daughter does not seem too happy with her mother's decision to date an inmate. And she's like, well, I need to talk to him, because how do I really know that he's with you for you? Then there was a few other cast members they showed pictures of, but they didn't show any clips of them in the teaser, so I can't really share anything about them yet. When I do get the cast files, I'll definitely share more. But there is one last couple that we do know the names of, and that is Emily and Justin. Emily is a sex worker. She sells her body to high-paying clients and proudly talks about it all the time. She's a podcaster. She's an OnlyFans model. She is pretty much a jack of all trades. She does numerous other things on top of that. And we see her here meet up with her boyfriend Justin, his ex-girlfriend, who is the blonde here, and Justin's best friend, and they all sit down and they get in this big fight. And it looked like Justin's best friend started throwing cake at Emily, and they just get in this big food fight, and we're gonna see that go down this season. But the season hasn't even started, and there's already been so much social media drama. So shout out to CASHAPP, because they shared an article, and if you don't like spoilers, then I suggest you click out of this video now. If you don't like spoilers, click out now. So CASHAPP shared an article about Emily and Justin from this upcoming season, and Justin, he tragically passed away in July. From what I heard, I think they started filming in April and they stopped filming at the beginning of July, and then he ended up passing away weeks later after they stopped filming with him. And so after Justin passed away, his ex-girlfriend started blaming Emily for his death. So she shared this sarcasm article, and she said she doesn't even deserve the title girlfriend. What the F? And she has been calling out Emily for months now, and she said she still has so much more to say. She ended up posting, and she said, new season coming in January, and I'll be on it. Emily needs exposed. All the dirt that she did to him to make him take his life, I'm going to expose it all. I have so much stuff. Stay tuned. Going to make a podcast about it all, so Justin's side can be told truthfully. They're gonna what? Try to expose me for caring and posting the truth on my side? Like what? I can't even believe this. Me posting negative about her when the unaliving note states that she was the problem, that him unaliving himself on her son's birthday so she can think of him one time a year on a special day of hers to see how much she hurt him. This is the only media they release. Then Justin's ex shared this Snapchat that Emily had posted, and she said, life advice: if you send someone $9,000 in 4 months while someone is incarcerated, it's probably for drugs. It's probably for drugs, so don't be stupid like I was. Because I'm effing stupid, and I was damned to you never win gambling or something. And I was damned too. Okay, I don't know what she's trying to say, but she says that $9,000 in 4 months is way too much. You could be prison rich and they're off $200-300 a month. You don't need no $9,000 in 4 months. What is that? $2,000 a month? $500 a week? That's a lot. And they put max on how much commissary you can get every week, and I know it's way less than $500. And so the ex responded, and she said, okay, you sent $9,000 to the jail. I'm gonna need the receipts. She said, post more Snapchats. You're making yourself look stupid. Come with the receipts. Even if you sent him the money, you didn't pay him the money that you were supposed to pay him for doing the show. You guys were supposed to split the money. And guess what? He unalived himself, and you ran off with the money and got your tits redone. And you couldn't give him gram or even acknowledge he died. You didn't come to no funeral home. Ooh, she didn't even go to the funeral. Okay, that tells me you don't give 2 Fs. Then you made no Facebook status and got, I wish, screen recorded your comment right after he died of you saying on Snapchat that your whole relationship was just for PR views. You white effing trash girl, and everyone sees it, and half the time you sent him his own money, you pulled a damn credit card out in his name. I'm sure the IRS state would like to know that one. So she was just digging him a freaking deeper hole with his credit while he was in prison. That's messed up, man. And so the ex and his best friend say they have a whole lot more to say. I'll definitely cover more as they share more, but that's all the couples that we have for this season. Let me know what you guys think about the cast so far. I do have the opportunity to speak with Justin's ex and Justin's best friend, who will be featured on the show, who have been speaking out. Initially, I was wanting to wait until the season aired, you know, because I kind of want to, you know, see what's going to happen. I've noticed, like, usually if you get someone to come on early on in the season, they usually don't want to come back a second time at the end of the season. And then a lot of times you'll see people just say, oh, stay tuned, you know, they can't answer questions because the season hasn't even aired yet. But with how much tea she's been spilling, I don't think she signed an NDA, and it doesn't sound like she's holding back at all. So if you guys want to see me sit down and chat with them, let me know, and what questions you want to hear me ask them. It sounds like we're in the works of trying to get something figured out right now, like scheduling, when it comes to scheduling. But let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below, and thank you guys so much for watching.